Here's a new trick. It's called I forgot what it's called. There's not really a name for it. But it's a pretty good trick. Okay. Okay, we would start by asking a spectator to when to say stop and say right there. So we would take off those two piles where he said stop from. And now, so we have the two piles. Oh, and also, A Million Card Tricks did this trick, so I'll put that in the description, and also I will also put in the description of what deck I'm using and like where you could get this deck, and I'll put the link. And it would just, if you press the link, and it would just bring you straight to Amazon, straight to these cards, and you could buy them if you want. They're very cool cards. Okay, so with these two piles, now you tell the spectator, here I'll spread the cards out. You would tell the spectator, take a pile and put a card that you like face it down. So, but since I don't have a spectator, I'll just like flip a random card over. I'll put the rest over here. Okay. Now, because I don't have a spectator, but usually your back would be turned, and the spectator would choose a card to flip over. Okay. Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm gonna redo the choice on one of them. I'll go like this. They'll flip over a card that they like, and then they'll just put the rest there. So you see that there's a card flipped over, and then hopefully here there should be also a card flipped over. I hope you saw it. If you didn't, I'll show you it from the back. So you could see what it is. I can't really see what it is, honestly. Okay, so that's one of the piles, and then here's another one. If you didn't see the card yet, here. There you go. Okay, so you most likely saw all of it. Now, so with their two cards flipped over on both different piles, you would take the two piles, because basically if I just spread them out, right now, I would figure out which one is their card. But I don't want to figure it out. So I'm going to shuffle the cards face up and to face down. So, and if the spectator wanted me to do it again, I can, but yeah, I'll just do it again. So I think it's only one or two times you could shuffle. I'm not sure about three, maybe. Also three. I would just go with one or two. Okay. Now, it would be crazy if I could figure out the card that I didn't look at. I think that's one of them. Now, I'm going to look at the other side. That's another one. Okay, if I got this right, that would be crazy. Okay, let's see. I have two cards right here. And they should be, I believe so. These were your cards. And now, here's the tutorial. Okay, now we're back to the tutorial. Okay. For this trick, what you're doing, there is a setup involved. It's not so fun to set up, but it just, if you want to learn the trick, that's how the trick works. It's not the longest setup. So, this also could have been your card. I'm not sure though. So I didn't look. I'm gonna look this video over. I might not even post this. Okay. So, 1 second. I'll show you the setup. Here, 1 second. I'm just doing the setup before I show you what it is. it's a very easy setup. It takes about, at most 3 minutes. At least, I have no clue, at least. Okay, what you do is, in one of the piles, you have even numbers. See, this is all even. A queen is 12, twos are even. If you don't know even and odd, then you can't do this trick. 12, 8, 10, 4, 8, all these are even. See, queen is 12, that's even. And then this is all odd. King is 13, which is odd. 5, odd. 9, odd. 11, odd. 1, which is ace is odd. So you have those 2 piles. And basically what you do now is you put any one on top of the other. Basically, you could put this one on bottom if you want. But basically what you do is you have a pinky break right where you have it. Then what you do, so with the pinky break, you sit and you hold this so they can't really see the hole. Now they say stop, and it doesn't matter where they say stop. You just take off from the pinky break. So now what you do, since this is a tutorial, I'll take one of, wherever they say stop, it doesn't matter. You just take off where your pinky was. I'll teach you how to do it. Basically, you have your pinky in the back. You're holding this, and with your thumb you go like this, and then you just take off. They said stop here, but I wanted them to say stop over here, so I just take. I don't care what they say stop. I just take off that amount of cards. So let's say right there, and I take off that amount of cards. And now what you do, since it's the tutorial, I'll just choose a card. Let's say this one will flip over. For tutorial purposes, it's the 6 of clubs, and you put the rest. But you would be telling the spectator to do this, and your head would be turned. You wouldn't be looking. And then let's say they chose the Jack of Diamonds for the second pile. Okay, now what you would do is you would take the 2 piles and you shuffle them. This one on this side, or you could do any one on any side. Basically, you could do it like this, or if you want, you could do it like this, or you could switch it your hands. Doesn't matter. So let's say we just do it like this. You could shuffle twice if you want to. I wouldn't do it 3 times because sometimes that messes up. Let's do it another time. Okay, so now with that, all you're doing is you see that these are all odd, so like all these are going to be the odd cards, because you see from the first card and the second card and the third card, or whatever, it doesn't matter. See, most of them are odd, except the one of them is going to be even, because that's the one they chose. It doesn't matter which one. We don't know which one they chose. It's just whichever one is even, that's the one they chose. If it's even out of the odds, out of all the odds, then it has to be their card. These are all odd, so it can't be odd, odd, odd. That would be, remember we chose the 6 of clubs. So yeah, that would be one. And then another one would be here. So these ones are all even. So we would look for the odd one. Let's see. Jack. Jack is 11. That would be odd. And we chose the Jack of Diamonds and the 6 of clubs. So that's the trick in the tutorial. It's probably one of my longest videos yet. Peace out.